إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره. نعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا. من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له، وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله. يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله حق تقاته ولا تموتن إلا وأنتم مسلمون. يا أيها الناس اتقوا ربكم الذي خلقكم من نفس واحدة وخلق منها زوجها وبث منهما رجالا كثيرا ونساء، واتقوا الله الذي تساءلون به والأرحام إن الله كان عليكم رقيبا. يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله وقولوا قولا سديدا يصلح لكم أعمالكم ويغفر لكم ذنوبكم، ومن يطع الله ورسوله فقد فاز فوزا عظيما. أما بعد، فإن أصدق الحديث كتاب الله، وخير الهدي هدي محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم، وشر الأمور محدثاتها، فإن كل محدثة بدعة وكل بدعة ضلالة وكل ضلالة في النار. وإنما توعدون لآت وما أنتم بمعجزين. أحييكم جميعا بتحية الإسلام. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. I greet you all with the greeting of Islam. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. May the peace and the blessing of Almighty Allah be with you all. I'd like to welcome you all for continuation of our series Azzawaaj fil Islam, marriage according Islamic law. And today, inshallah, this is our 27th segment, and maybe it's the last for this season. I'm going to have to be leaving tomorrow or after tomorrow, inshallah, for Hajj. And there's a lot of things that is in my way that I'm trying to accomplish before I leave. I ask Allah to ease my affairs and the affairs of all the Muslims. But nevertheless, I came today to, first of all, to thank you for your participation and being committed to attend this course. And also I pray that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make it beneficial for those who attend it and those who may come later on and listen to these classes. Nevertheless, I thought that I should come say Assalamu alaikum before I leave to you, and same time also that we try to understand that Zawaj or marriage is a means to a goal. So it's not the marriage is for purpose of satisfaction and fulfilling our desires, which is something acceptable, and also that you can be blessed for it, get the blessings. But we have to understand when we put a seed, we always looking for the fruit. And one of the main fruits of marriage are children, okay? And we sometimes we put too much emphasis about the marriage, what's before marriage, what's during the marriage, living room set, dining room set, what your husband going to be buying you, what my wife understand going to, all these things. But there is something very, very important, which is the fruit of this marriage, which is the family, which is the boys and the girls, the sons and the daughters, and maybe even the grandchildren. So basically, we have to understand this responsibility. And it is as Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, يا أيها الذين آمنوا قوا أنفسكم وأهليكم نارا. Oh, you believe, save yourself and your children from hellfire. So me and you, we are 911. What I mean by this, we are the fire truck, we are the fire department, we are the people supposed to do work very hard for protection of our children, not only from the weather, not only from the evil company and bad company, but we are a tools to take them to Allah, to Islam, to keep them in Islam. So it is very important that me as a husband and you as a wife, that we take every every necessary steps to prepare for this. You understand? From the time that we choose our partner, this is something very important, okay? Because you're going to be their model example. The father and the mother are going to be the model example. And you also have something very, very sensitive in this time. Because you know, like a doll, to make a bread, you can make Italian bread long, or you can make it baladi. It's going to be round, or you can make it. So there is different ways that you're going to form this. You can mold it, or you can shape it. Because as long as the bread is not been put in the oven and left dry and all these things, there is a possibility to shape it in whatever way you want. So our children, when we receive them, okay, day one, from day one, we have to watch what we say in front of them, how we act, how we address, how we accommodate them, how we taking care of them, physically, mentally, spiritually, by all means, okay? Because, like I said, this, when you put the seed on the ground, you have to cut the grass, take the bushes away, you understand? Try to make sure sometimes they spray certain things for roaches and worms that eat the leaves, and okay, and also sometimes the tree it may come tilted because the wind and the rain. So you try also to put a stick to keep this thing straight, you understand? And when the fruits is about to come, sometimes they have to put a basket under it so it's not to be eaten by the birds, okay? And when you cut it, you understand, you try to eat as much you want from it, and the leftover you try to put it in refrigerator, or you try to make preserve from it, and okay, make jam out of it and things like this. So we try to make the best result of fruits or a tree. So the same thing when we get married and we spend all this money and we spend all this time and we made all this struggle, it's for, you understand, that we try to prepare the proper environment for our children, not be fighting, not to be beating each other, not to be cursing one another, because they will copycat you. They will be like what they see, that this what is going to be with them. Okay, like some of us, you understand, the easy thing: put them in the car, drive them to the public school, drop them 8 o'clock in the morning, and after this pick them at 3 o'clock, and this it, bam, you did your work, you did your homework. Really, it's not okay. And I feel sad, you understand, for those parents who take their own children, drop them in the public school. You understand? They doesn't care what they learn, what they study, what you understand, who with whom you socialize in, what kind of trainings have been given to them. It's something very serious. So Allah is saying, protect yourself, save yourself from hellfire, and also save your children. So we have to understand we have a big responsibility, and this is the reason that the husband have to go outside uh, to work and to be the breadwinner, while the mother have to remain there in the house to be the proper and the warm shelter for her babies and her kids, nourish them, breastfeeding, feeding, cleaning them, training them, educating them, disciplining them, cooking for them. All these things, this is a big job, okay? It's a big job to such a degree we could not leave it to the public school. We could not leave it to the babysitter, all right? We could not leave it to kids playing in the street with the neighbor children, and we don't know where they go. They smoke cigarette. Excuse me. That they watching movies. That they Excuse me, I'm fasting today, and okay, is not Asr yet, you understand? So we have about 4 or 5 hours more. So what I'm trying to say, that we have to be satisfied with the role that Allah give each one of us. Okay, the husband is the breadwinner, the mother is the shelter, the physical and spiritual, and warming with the love, hugging them, carrying them, breastfeeding them, okay, reminding them about good things, all these things. So we could not, both of us, be in the street struggling to get a dollar. We have something more important than a dollar. It's better to live poor with good mannerism and behavior and fear of Allah than being rich. And after this, our children, maybe they go wind up to be in jail, or they taking drugs, or they go, you understand, with bad people doing haram stuff. So this is something very important. So inshallah, if Allah will, and I come back, we still have things which is still related to marriage, okay, but is not that essential for the time being, about how we understand the relationship ending. And we said about one of them, about the divorce, how the divorce supposed to be, and how is the waiting period. But there is other means, as example, when one of the two parents, the two spouse die, so the marriage relationship already been sealed, okay. There is no husband, there is no a wife, okay, whosoever die first. So this is also another way that ending the marriage. But when we enter marriage from day one, that we need to come to have this intention that we marrying forever until death, okay, that we going to have enough patience and endurance, that we be there for whatever comes up and down, you understand, like somebody who tried to save himself on an ocean. It goes up, it goes high, it go down, it go down, and he's still trying keep his mouth in the air to get some air, hoping, you understand, for life. So is we have to enter marriage with this kind of intention and feeling, and we have to understand it's going to be ups and down between you and your husband, and as a result also with having kids, as a result of not too much or enough money, it's going to be a lot. But have we keep struggling, because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala spoke about sabr a lot in the Quran. And sabr is not only when somebody died. You're going to need sabr with the wife, sabr with the husband, sabr with the children, sabr with the work, sabr with the obligation, making salah, sabr to be a good mother and good father and a good leader in the. So these things, and also there is exit from the marriage automatically, or it's not automatically. Like as example, if one of the two parents abstain and leave Islam, so this is automatically going to make the marriage invalid. So there is different things that we need to discuss, inshallah. I will leave this chapter when we, if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give me a return back safe, and be here again, we can continue and talk about it, about the divorce, about the fasq, about the li'an, about the death, about some of the parents change their religion, uh, or one of the parents commit illegal intercourse, okay, and the other partner want to leave, or a woman want to seek in khul', or that there is a fasq been done by the judge for whatever reason, that the man is not able to pay enough to support the family, or uh, he is not spending enough time with his wife, understand, I mean, in intimate relationship with her and things like this for a while. So there is different ways, about 5 or 7 of them, which you need explanation how the marriage can be ending. Is it by death only? Is it by divorce only? Is it by zihar? Is it by fasq? Is it by khul'? Okay, all these things. But I felt it's very important to see you before I leave, and really we mentioned something about the children, and to have to understand that we have a great mission. We have a big mission, greater than have his master degree and PhD degree. Okay, قوا أنفسكم وأهليكم نارا. Save yourself and your children from hellfire. This is what we have, to sleep and wake up with this notion in our mind, that we are a lifeguard for our children. Okay, what we're going to do to keep them on Islam. Okay, and believe me, don't be happy with this scarf in your daughter's head. Allah knows best. Maybe she put this scarf, but after she leave the house, you understand, she take it off and put it in her book bag. How do you know? You don't know with whom your children playing. Okay, you don't know if your children involved with some kind of gang or anything. So this is something, is if we, me and you, don't work hard and united our effort as a mosque and as a community, that we need to do some programs and some kind of education and some kind of awareness, you understand, we can lose our children very easy. Believe me. And we're going to be guilty. Okay? And the Prophet ﷺ is telling us, كلكم راع وكلكم مسؤول عن رعيته. Each one of you is a shepherd or a governor, and each one of you is going to be questioned about their government. Look to the Prophet ﷺ. In his lifetime, he heard a lady calling her son, come, come, تعالى تعالى أعطيك. The Prophet asked her, what are you going to give him? You know, like sometimes I understand your children, your little kid, keep doing mischief, and you say, stop, stop, it's okay. Okay, come here, come, I'm going to give you candy. Let's get dressed so we can go outside. Okay, until the child come closer, and you catch the child and say, sit down here. Okay, so this is something we know, how children and how they do devilish stuff sometimes. So the Prophet ﷺ heard this woman saying to her kid, come here, I'm going to give you something. The Prophet asked her, what are you going to give him? She said, I'm going to give him a date. Like today we say, come, I'm going to give you a candy, lollipop, okay? She said, I'm going to give him a date. He said, if you do not give him a date, it's going to be recorded against you as a lie. So what this means, the Prophet ﷺ wants us to be careful about how we even talk to our children, how we promise in them, and how we maybe fail in the promise. I'm telling you, these children that you look to them to be kids, and the young, their eyes and the brain is so open, and they look to you with magnified glass. The little things that you do like this, to them is like this, and they're going to copycat you. And you are responsible about them. قوا أنفسكم وأهليكم نارا. Okay? Save yourself and your children from hellfire. The Prophet ﷺ saying, والرجل راع في بيته وهو مسؤول عن رعيته. A man in his house is in charge, is the chief of command, okay? And he is going to be questioned about his subject in the day of judgment. والمرأة راعية في بيت زوجها وهي مسؤولة عن رعيتها. And a woman in the absence of her husband is the deputy in charge, and she's going to be questioned about his subject. So don't think you understand our subjects is only the living room set and the flat screen TV. No, we're going to be questioned about anything that destroys the personality or the image of Islam in these children. By we say, how we act, what we watching, the company, going to public school, playing in the street is a big, big job. So please kindly try to remember it was not only a matter of satisfied ourselves intimately, was not only a matter that we get together as a husband and wife, okay, that we start in the job, we start in the mission when we get married, that we need to unite it and put our hands together, husband and wife, so we can take this journey, because in a less than year you may have a child. How you going to act? How you going to set yourself a good example for this child? Are you going to take this child to the safe haven, to the shore, or are you going to be a mean of destruction to the future of this child? So it's not a matter of putting the seed. You have to always remember when the season will come and you're ready to get the fruit, what kind of fruit you're going to get. So please remember that you're going to be questioned about your subject. And marriage is the ABC. This is the letter A. You're only starting the step one in your long journey for the family and the future of the family. Be strong, make sacrifice, so you can have the fruit in this life and inshallah in the hereafter. And the dua in the Quran, ربنا هب لنا من أزواجنا وذرياتنا قرة أعين وجعلنا للمتقين إماما. O Allah, grant us from our wives or our partners and our offspring what is coolness for our eyes, and make us a leaders for the pious one. Let's try to save our children. Let's try to set ourselves a good example, and let's us, especially wives, to try to sacrifice as much as we can for the sake of building a Muslim family. The fruits will be used in this life before the hereafter. The Prophet ﷺ is saying what the meaning is: إذا مات ابن آدم انقطع عمله إلا من ثلاث: صدقة جارية، علم ينتفع به، أو ولد صالح يدعو له. Okay? That when son of Adam pass away, all his good deed is sealed. Okay? When you die, all your good deed is what is sealed, with the exception of three things. Excuse me for a second. Let me see if the recording. Okay. That all his or her good deed will be sealed. Because after you die, you could not pray. After you die, you could not fast. But after you die, there are three ways that you can still get in blessings. Number one, useful knowledge. That you taught somebody Quran, or taught somebody something in Islam, or that you publish a book, or that you give a book to somebody and somebody make a good use out of it, or you give da'wah to somebody, give somebody shahada. So this will remain coming income for you while you are in your grave. Okay? Or a continuous charity, building a halfway house or shelter for widows and divorced women, or that you put a seed for a shady tree, people comes and sit under it, to understand, in the hot day. This is called a continuous charity. Or you build a mosque, or that you donate some money to build a mosque. And what else? He said a righteous son, son or daughter, okay, that will make dua for you after you die. This will help you. This will help you. This is the fruit. You will see it in this dunya, and you will see it in the hereafter, inshallah. So, inshallah, my dear respected brothers and sisters, again, was not the intention, you understand, to prolong it. I basically came to say, hopefully, to see you again. And inshallah, like I said, we may be, if we have a good connection, we be in touch from Mecca as well as Medina and the Manasik. And keep me in your dua, inshallah. And hopefully that you continue with the good work, inshallah. والعصر إن الإنسان لفي خسر إلا الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات وتواصوا بالحق وتواصوا بالصبر. By the token of the time, indeed, all mankind in a state of loss, save those who believe and do righteous deed, and they encourage one another towards goodness, and they remain patient. May Allah bless us with these four qualities. Alright, keep the good work. See you, inshallah. This is my last class for this season, inshallah, and at least from US. We see how it go. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless you all. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك نشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت نستغفرك ونتوب إليك. Okay, the adhan for Asr. We made it in time. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. أشهد أن لا إله إلا